Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again. I'm NegPrimer, and we are playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. When last we left off, we were on on our ship trying to decide whether we wanted to do Manon or Korriban. And what we're actually going to do first, let's travel back to Dantooine real quick. Yeah, I kind of like, I like both of them. I'm trying to remember, it's been a long time since I played, but is there anything special that happens if you do Korriban last? Oh, I got this little error again. I gotta find my cursor. There we go. I do think Manon is probably probably my favorite of all the planets. You can bring Bastila. Can you? Doesn't... Not to talk about spoilers or anything like that, but isn't there something in particular that happens to Bastila before that? Because the big thing there happens after the third planet, I believe. Oh, you can't. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm gonna take Bastila with me right now, but that's about it. I haven't really been using her. I kind of just want to trigger these last few things. It's been a long time, but aren't you Bastila, Helena's little girl? As it is you, I can see it in your eyes. Oh, how you've grown.
I'm Bastila, yes. I take it that you know my mother.
Worked for your father years ago. Your mother showed me hollows of you before you left. You're pretty. Okay.
Is there something I can do for you, miss? As you can see, we're in quite a hurry.
Yeah, don't be rude. Ask if your mother's fine.
My mother's condition?
You don't know? I just thought, I assumed she had found you. When I talked to her last, she was desperate to find you.
I've not seen my mother since I joined the Order. Do you know what's happened? Did you say anything about my father?
Your mother's very ill, so she told me. She didn't say anything about your father. I didn't see him.
I see. Where did you meet her? Do you remember?
She was on Tatooine. She'd been there for a while. Maybe she is still there.
Thank you for informing me. I really must be going now.
What's all this about?
It seems my mother's been looking for me. Strange. Should we get the opportunity, could we look for her on Tatooine?
Yeah, I thought you and your mom didn't get along.
Never did. I am interested in hearing about my father, however. Part of me would rather not see her at all. But if she is really sick, well, we shall see.
Yeah, I want to, before we go to the third planet, I want to make sure I trigger as many of these dialogue options as possible. which I believe I have to have Bastila and Canderous together in order to trigger his. Okay, let's just see what you have to sell. I don't think. Let's take a look. Calrissian's repair belt is a +3 to repair, computer use, demolition, security. So let's buy that. And the reason I'm buying that interface doesn't do anything for repair. So that gives me a +3 to repair. And yeah, as far as conversation options, I know about taking Jolie and Canderous with you on Korriban. Stabilizer are demolitions. Awareness. Security. Not sure if any of these will do anything for repair ability. But that's what the belt's for. Okay. Well, I'll have to take your word for that one. I don't, it's been, it's been so long since I played this game, really, to completion. Over the years, I've started this game up several times, but I usually just get to Dantooine and then start going through the Jedi becoming process, and then just kind of fizzle out.
Good luck.
Hey, Ballista had something to say there. I think... Pretty sure... Because I still need Juhani's as well. So maybe we should go... Maybe let's go to Tatooine and do Bastila's. Maybe I'm not far enough into Juhani's or Canderous's to get their next step. But I definitely want to make sure I do them before I get the third piece of the star map. You guys don't even... Oh, you do have weapons. I did give you weapons. And then, yeah, I'm just playing this on whatever the normal difficulty mode is.
Yeah, what are you...
Yeah, he doesn't have any more dialogue. Let's see if I can restore more of his...
Request.
Oh, I probably could have leveled up, too.
Statement.
Okay.
And now rewire the last. Access complete.
Right.
I have recovered information on my owner previous to the commercial officer master. Intriguing.
What's intriguing?
Statement. It appears that my previous owner was a human senator on the planet Coruscant. A man of importance who obviously appreciated quality craftsmanship.
That's not good. Okay, how'd he get a hold of you?
Answer. I am unsure, Master. Any knowledge of my owner prior to him is still deleted. The Senator did assume I was a protocol droid, however. I do remember that I was very pleased to be the property of a Senator. One of his assistants discovered my assassination functions later through questioning. The assistant was quite alarmed and told the senator I should be scrapped quickly to avoid a scandal. Naturally, the senator had me eliminate the fool.
So, yeah, not exactly a nice senator.
Observation. Senators are not nice, Master. They are either on top of the game or yesterday's news. My master told me that frequently, you see. I was most proud to have partaken in the political system of the galaxy. During the time my owner possessed me, he gained significant rank. Given time, I believe he could have become Chancellor. I even eliminated a few key opponents that he did not ask for. Freebies, if you will.
Freebies. Yeah, you can do that?
Answer. Certainly. Why not? I am an intelligent droid, you know. I see an opportunity, and I take it. And my master was most pleased with my work. Observation. I think he would have done far better had he not allowed his use of me to become personal. He set me on his wife.
Why would he do
Answer.
that?
I am unsure. The human was most agitated and angry. I believe his wife had done something that had displeased him greatly. I was to go to their summer estate
fair.
and terminate his wife, along with whatever male companion I discovered there.
Okay. So his wife was cheating on him.
Statement. I have no idea, Master. Cheating seems to be a relevant term only when one is caught in the act. Otherwise, it is viewed as intelligence. No? I journeyed
That's
to the
not
southern
the same
continent,
thing.
but it appeared my master was not far behind me. Apparently, he regretted his activation of the protocol. When I found the wife and her companion, I proceeded to launch my attack, but my master interposed his own body and was destroyed. It was rather a strange meatbag thing to do do you not agree? Naturally, I shut myself down, my master being terminated.
That's 2 out of 2 masters killed.
Observation. Only so far, Master. There are still more memories not recovered, remember?
So what happened to you?
Statement. I believe the senator's wife was unsure what I was or what to do with me. It was she who sold me to the corporate officer, an acquaintance.
Alright, any other memories?
Answer. As previously, I have found a few more programs which will enhance my performance. A most gratifying discovery, in fact. There is still nothing from previous memories uncovered. You will have to operate again if you desire to find them. With luck, I will discover the stimulus to unlock my core, and all this will be unnecessary. I do thank you for the attempt, however, Master.
Okay, permanent bonus to +2 to his defense. Okay, well, let's level up real quick. So we get +3. We take a look at something real quick. We get a +3 from this belt we are wearing to repair. Using Master Velar, if you start with an intelligence score of 11, 11 points in repair. I need at least 11 points in repair. But I would also need Master Valor in order to do that. Which I don't think I'm gonna get there this game. Which also means we're spreading out our points there, just all over the place. Because Master Valor is blocked by armor, right? Yeah. So I haven't been doing stuff like that because I don't want to do restricted by armor things. Force wave. Okay. Well. So Candrace is not ready to talk yet. Jolie's is on Manon and I can go do that at any time. Let's see if we can progress Juhani's dialogue at all.
What is it?
Tell Tell me more about your
I
past.
have told you my life story already. What more could you possibly want to know? Well, there is one thing I did not want to mention before, because I was unsure how you would react.
Okay, what is it?
Do you remember when I told you of the Jedi who had come to my world to fight the Mandalorians? They were recruiting soldiers for their crusade against the Mandalores. Many people joined them.
Yes, you mentioned
The main
this.
reason for that was their charismatic leader, the one whose troops freed me and let me dream of seeking out and joining the Jedi Order. I was hesitant to talk to you about this because, well,
Well, what?
the Jedi had come to fight the Mandalores under the leadership of a powerful young Jedi, a Jedi named Revan.
Raven.
The Revan. The Jedi who turned to the dark side, became the Dark Lord of the Sith, and was defeated by Bastila and her strike team. I do not know what happened in the wars with the Mandalorians that turned Revan and Malak, or what they sought with these star maps. But the Jedi I knew was a paragon of the Order. I am sorry if this seems wrong to you, but to understand, you must realize that Revan was as great as a Jedi could be. Whatever turned Revan must be terrible indeed. I wonder if what we find at the end of our journey will turn us as well.
Okay. I shall never fall.
This is meaningless speculation, I guess. I just wanted you to know what I held from you. But rest assured that I will not hold back. If our enemy is Malak, Revan's apprentice, or indeed, even if it was Revan, I will help you through all trouble. Such is the will of the Council, and my own.
Okay. So Bastila wants us to go meet her mom. Karth
Yes, what's on your mind?
hasn't really done
got it.
anything to give us a side quest. I'm trying to remember if he has one. Karth requires you to talk to him. Okay, so Karth, I need to walk around. Juhani, I need to walk around. Canderous, she's the first to appear after talking how when the Mandalorians lost the war, conversation can be accessed as soon as you have Bastila in your party again. Challenges him to a duel. Okay. Well, let's go to Tatooine. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I remember. With Karth. Oh, good. We gotta fight some more not TIE fighters. Not sure how to.
Incoming fighters!
Damn it. Ah, too much sun. Where's this other one? Yeah, I did missions on the last stream. Dang it. Again? Hold on. Sometimes it has a weird issue when trying to play some of the videos. Or actually, no, I haven't completed missions yet. Because she wants me to go get Attack Gland first, so I've gotten up to that point. but I kind of turned around on Korriban because I ran into a character I don't want to fight on Korriban, especially since I've already fought. See, it says something about you have to have Bastila back in your party. And so I'm thinking... I don't think... He's supposed to talk about how much the Mandalorians lost in the war. I don't think I've gotten that far yet. So maybe if I take Bastila and Karth with me right now, I can at least get Karth's. Maybe. And then we'll go ahead and do Bastila's.
Karth!
Yep,
Karth
see,
Onesi,
there we go.
is that you?
Jordo?
It is you, isn't it? I knew it when I laid eyes on you. You old space dog. How've you been? I thought for sure you'd be fighting on some ship out there.
I was. I crashed.
That's pretty rich. I can't imagine what it would take to keep you on the ground. Must have something to do with your friend here, eh? How's it going?
So you're a friend of Karth's.
Sure am. We joined the militia together back on Telos. That was a lot of years ago, of course.
So what are you doing here, Jordo? Last time I saw you was on, well, Telos, actually.
Yeah, it's a shame about home. Telos still hasn't recovered. The family and I moved on, and I'm working for Zerka now. I didn't see you after... What I mean is, my condolences on your wife. I heard what happened. At least your boy made it through all right.
My boy? You mean Dustle?
Yes, of course. I saw him at my last stop on Korriban. Though he didn't recognize me. You didn't know he was there?
No. Jordo, Dustle's been missing since the attack on Telos. Are you absolutely certain it was him?
Yeah, I'd recognize Dustle anywhere. Positive. He's joined the Sith, Garth.
What do you mean he's joined the Sith?
There's an academy for the Sith on Korriban. He's a student there. I saw him suited up in their outfit and everything. Sorry, I thought you knew.
No, I didn't. Well, thanks for telling me, Jordo.
Oops. Hold on one second.
Dustle is alive. We have to go to the Korriban Academy and find him.
Alright, well, we'll go as soon as possible.
Thank you. I just have to see him. I have to know what happened to him. All this time I thought he was... I mean, he must be a man by now.
Then, I guess that works, because then I'll look... I don't think I ever looted this. Yeah. When I go to... Let's try switching them out for Juhani. And see if we can't get Juhani's to trigger as well while we're here. See, that was easy.
What the hell is your kind doing here? Bad enough I have to deal with all these other idiots, but now there's a stinking KOTOR on this world too?
I have as much right to be here as you do, sir.
Yeah, don't aggravate us.
Ooh, big man. The Jedi shooting his mouth off from behind a lightsaber, or whatever you're carrying. Hiding behind your pet cat there. And a woman at that. We should have exterminated all you KOTOR when we had the chance.
What? What do you know about my world?
I know enough that... Hey, wait a minute. You look familiar somehow.
What? You?
You two know each other?
This doesn't concern you, Jedi trash.
Well, it kinda does.
Now, where could I have... No, he's dead, and she likely is too.
What are you talking about?
Maybe I was wrong. Still, I think a specimen like you would be a nice addition to my collection. So, what would it take, Jedi, for you to sell your pet here to me?
Yeah, she's not for sale.
Now, don't be so selfish. We both know KOTOR aren't real people anyway. The females make amusing pets. but the males should be put down like the animals they are. I remember one time on Taurus.
What? What did you say?
Yeah, there we go. Wait, what? Yeah, what are you saying?
What did you do on Taris, you scum?
Put one of you down like the animals you are. So easy. Then I saw one of the females on the auction block. But those darn Jedi.
It was you.
What? Me? Oh, now I recognize where I've seen that face before. You were the little Cather I was going to purchase. But those Jedi came and stole my pet away from me.
You do. She's holding a lightsaber too. Like you, there's 4 lightsabers on screen right now, dude. You might want to think this through.
When I was fighting with the Mandalorians against the Cather, I developed an appreciation for these creatures. They make excellent servants if properly trained. You Jedi act all prim and proper, but inside you must feel the same way I do about the lesser, non-human species. The Sith at least let their feelings show on the outside.
Oh, Lord.
Come now. Will you let your pet go? I'm sure we can come up with a price we both think is fair.
Yeah. So she's not for sale.
And I will see you dead for what you have done to my people.
Oh, that's one
Hold
way.
on a second. Don't be hasty.
Don't be hasty. You're trying to buy her into slavery. There is no emotion.
There is peace. I will remain calm. I am a Jedi now. My lust for vengeance must be curbed.
I'm
Yes.
somewhat
yes.
surprised
Say no to the
that
dark side,
Bastila
but
doesn't
I will
have more
you
to say
yet.
about this.
Ha!
Really? Really, buddy? Really? Oh, and then he just... well... then he phases out. Well, so the glitch I have is actually not from... the game doesn't freeze during the loading screen. What's actually happening is it's trying to play a cutscene, but it's not. And so as long as I just click outside the window and click back in real quick, it basically skips the cutscene, which I don't think we've had it do that on that human woman. I'm outraged at her arrogance. You've all species, to all of your species, place yourselves on annoying pedestals. But yeah, so the glitch I'm having is just basically due to certain cutscenes, it seems like, rather than any persistent issue. Alright, what are you talking about? Helena must be word for your pet rancor. For pit rancor. Bastila, isn't that your mama's name?
Her mother was supposed to be here somewhere.
Why are you
Ask if
turning
they've
away
seen
from it? Yeah, she's kind of a piece of work. Is she still there? Probably. I don't think anyone else could top her attitude, so she won't be leaving. I won't be going back while she's there, though.
I doubt she wants to be kept waiting.
You're actually looking for her? You're all out of your minds. Alright, God. Oh, well. Hopefully my game won't totally freeze. I guess we'll find out eventually. But, wait, is that the cantina? Or that's the swoop race place. We've done all of those swoop races. Hello, Java. Let's see what you're actually... Since we got Juhani's, I'm gonna put Jolie back in. Because I like Jolie. Jolie's my homeboy. Are you Helena? Yeah, you're Helena.
Yes? I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm here, Mother, but don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you
Just
know
like
how
that,
long
huh?
I've been trying
No,
to find you?
Bastila!
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where's Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Bastila. That is part of the reason why I was looking for you.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way?
My mom's dead.
Is that so? Well, I'll be joining her soon enough, I suppose.
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Such sweet things, you say. Perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing again.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for Krayt dragon pearls. He took an expedition into the Tatooine desert, and he died.
How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced...
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a Krayt dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Oh, don't be insulting. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time. Ask my companions if you doubt me.
Yeah, why not get the holocron yourself?
As my daughter is quick to point out, I haven't the coin to hire another expedition. Nor am I the adventurer my husband was.
Right. Well, what... Don't you want to find the remains?
What remains would there be? Krayt dragons are huge predators, easily able to devour a human, and the desert is a harsh environment. Finding my father's remains would be an even more impossible task than finding his holocron, an ignoble end to a fine man.
Alright, what about your mama's sickness?
It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time. I can't promise any more than that.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave. I would check along that route, dear. Do please hurry.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know that that's necessarily true. You say that Bastila is like a teddy bear compared to her. Bastila is a pain in the ass when you first get her, too. The idea is that she's supposed to have softened up over time, but when you first meet her, she's
Jolie, may I have a moment?
very much a jerk.
There's something I wish to speak to you about.
Yep, I
Hello.
figured it was only a matter of time until we had the whole come back to the order discussion. Well, I guess there's no avoiding it now, so let's get it over with.
I know you have issues with the Order, but you are a Jedi, Jolie. You command the Force. Without the guidance of the Council, how can you avoid falling to the dark side?
Well, I've managed to avoid it the last 20 years or so. Besides, light side, dark side, they mean the same to me as they do to you. I don't see in absolutes.
So you don't have a problem with Malik and the Sith?
I want to stop Malik as much as anyone. But I don't have to join the Order to do it. Look at Karth, or Canderous. They're with us in this quest, but they aren't Jedi. The capacity for good or evil, like the Force itself, is in all living creatures. And belonging to the Jedi Order, or the Sith, or any group, won't change what you are at your core.
I see you are quite adamant.
No doubt you've had ample time to think on this during your long seclusion. I guess it was foolish of me to think I could sway your position so easily.
Yeah, I'm old and stubborn. But I appreciate the effort. But from now on, you can just think of me as any other non-Jedi in our little group. With a lightsaber. And force powers.
So we haven't had any, like, banter between teammates in a while. Not since Terrace, I don't believe. I had actually completely forgotten that that was a thing that could happen.
Oh, it's you again. I'll just let you pass. The boys in the office may need Arthur. Good hunting.
Okay. So we're heading out
I'm
to
here.
find Bastila's daddy. Or his body and his Datacron? Holocron? Whatever. Cross-class skills. Everything's cross-class skill with you. We haven't leveled her up in a long time. All of you people. Give her wisdom. Whew. Yeah, we might as well level her up as much as possible right here. Then we're kind of leveling up all of our characters more or less the same way, I feel like. We should probably have done a little bit more variety. Let's give her lightning. I'm trying to remember who all I've given lightning to. Just Juhani, probably. Let's put more in wisdom. Let's give her, actually, is there something else? Tell saving throws. She can't even wear light armor. That's okay. We're not going to put anything other than robes on her. Guess that's... Give her cure. Like I said, we haven't leveled her up probably since Terrace as well. I had her for a brief period of time on Dantooine, but... Okay.
What?
So they said he's where? His body's where? Bastila's mother. Dragon. Should be out likely near wherever crate dragons exist. That's weird. I thought she kind of told us it was over by the sand people. But I guess we'll just walk out this way. And I think we'll have to come back here one last time as well. Oh, that's on my screen. I was like, there's a little dot out over there. I need to wash off my monitor. Clean off. I shouldn't say wash. That implies that I'm gonna stick it in the dishwasher or something. You guys are still out here? Oh, yeah, their plates are only worth like 26 or something. That's not worthwhile. 52, maybe? Something like that. We still have a ton of money. We still got 16,000. And I haven't even been to Yavin yet. That's a good place to get a lot of money. Okay. This is where there's that force speed power. Comes in really handy here on Tatooine. It's not so useful anywhere else. But since this is so slow... Well, let's head over towards this. That thing said... Oh, that's the marker post. That little tooltip said that he'll be close to where the Krayt Dragon is. Which this is where the Krayt Dragon was. So maybe we'll check and see if one of the bodies here hasn't changed and is now lootable or something. Not necessarily a body. Like that sounds like metal scraping. Star map, equipment pack. Holocron. Holocron has been cracked in worn sands, but is still largely operational. When activated, it shows the holographic image of middle-aged human. It appears to have been used as a means to record his personal thoughts over many years. So is that... Oh. Ah, that's funny. Okay. Well, so this is the fight I was trying to avoid at Korriban. And this is Darth Bannon? This is Malik's apprentice here. Bandon.
At last, my search is over. I was beginning to fear someone else had killed you and deprived me of the pleasure you may have defeated the pathetic bounty hunter my master sent after you. But you are no match for me. I have studied at the foot of the Dark Lord himself.
Can't say I'm impressed.
Your words mean nothing to me, unless you wish to beg for your life. No? Then I shall try to make this both quick and painful.
Both, huh?
You're too old for this!
You're not gonna heal, Jolie? Priscilla, what are you doing? Oh no! I like this whole being suspended from the sky thing. Let's reload there. That's my strategy, you bastard.
At last, my search is over.
Okay, let's actually plot out our abilities a little more here. And actually, instead of attacking, instead of attacking, let's hit with stasis.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, now get up there. Let's kill this guy. Let's do the same with this guy. Actually...
Sure.
Okay.
Let's
Can I stasis him? I don't think I can stasis him. Nope, not hit. Heal. It's the next thing we gotta do.
Yes?
You cannot win.
can, Bastila. Ah, you jerk face. You jerk face. I was doing well there. I was actually doing just fine there. It's actually you. Why? Why? What is going on there?
What can I do?
What? Why? Why would you think I'm trying to talk in the middle of combat game? Use a little common sense. Actually, let's try to do the same thing over there.
Yes.
What?
There we go. Like I said, I don't think stasis or anything will work on him. Ah!
Force fight with me!
Nope, nothing. None of my stuns. Why? Why do I have you, Jolie? There. Like, if you're not gonna heal.
Yes.
I'm here.
Yes.
Okay. Earthbending's fiber armor. You guys didn't drop anything, huh? Okay, well, let's... That didn't update at all. His holocron. She did not comment at all
How
on
can I
finding
help?
her holocron. Do you want to talk?
About my mother. I'm unsure.
I know we're in the middle of a
I seem
desert,
to
but I
find it
think this
difficult
is a
to
great
remain
place.
objective when it comes to her. I find that disturbing.
Are you going to give the holocron to
Do you
her?
think I should?
Do you need it more than she does?
I would like to keep something to remember Father as much as she would. I'll think about it. I should try and remember my training. I should be able to let go of this, but I can't. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's keep going.
Okay, so then now that should be updated. Bastil's unsure whether she didn't give it back. Probably a good idea to return to her mother at the cantina. So let's do the thing we can't do. Of course I can't just quick travel back, I gotta run across the entire desert. It is interesting that they don't have that tied to, that encounter tied to, it activates when you go to certain places after getting the second star map, but it doesn't tie itself to, going to wherever the second star map, or the third star map is. You think it would be more likely to do that? So Candrace, it seems like we have one more conversation with him, at least one more. And then we'll get his quest, and then we'll have them all. Ugh. Oh, and I never, with HK-47, I never tried to do a second repair to see if I can unlock more with him. So we'll do that on our ship. And I was just noticing, earlier when I talked to him, he doesn't start each line off with a description like he does in, I think, the second game. It's a little more rarefied. Hello, Helena.
Back already? Have you even looked for the holocron yet?
I have the holocron, Mother. I'm just not sure I want to give it to you.
And why not? Would you deny me even that?
I've never denied you anything, Mother. You may think I don't remember what it was like before I left for the Order, but I do. You were the one who pushed Father to go on one treasure hunt after the other. You loved living in wealth. You think I don't remember the fights? You were eager to send me to the Jedi even though I didn't want to go. You took Father away from me. And now this holocron is all I have of him.
Fool girl. You have a strange way of remembering things. That wasn't...
No, I don't wish to argue with you anymore, Mother. It's time we parted ways now, for both our benefit.
Maybe you should listen to what she has to say.
You don't know her. My mother is notoriously deceptive when she wants something. Why should she have the holocron?
Is it too difficult to believe that I am a dying woman who simply wishes to see her husband one last time?
I find it difficult to believe anything you say, Mother.
Yeah, maybe one of you should give the other a break.
You're right. It shames me, but I find it difficult to let go of the past. I'm sorry, Mother.
I was hard on you, dear. I wasn't a very good mother to you. I know that. Your father loved you so. He wanted you to be just like him. He wanted to take you on his hunts, but I said they were too dangerous.
I forgot. I just realized that my headset has an extra plug. That might be why my audio was cutting in and out last episode. Yeah, treasure hunting is dangerous.
I always tried to keep him from the dangerous ones, but he would have none of it. It was a reckless life we led. Always moving. I didn't want that for you.
So that's why you gave me to the Order?
What do your father and I have to show for all those years of hunting? Nothing. That was no life for anyone. Especially not someone as gifted as you, your father. He spent all his last years trying to pay for my treatments. That's why he went for the pearls. I begged him not to, but...
Your treatments?
I'm dying, Master. I did not lie about that. It's been a long time in the coming, and there's really nothing that can be done anymore. I told your father to let me go, but you know how he was. Stubborn.
I'm so sorry, Mother. I don't know what to say.
Keep the holocron, Bastila. It would do me good to know you have it. This talking to you. This is what I really needed before I
know. Thank you. I'm glad we talked too.
Oh. You said you had important business, and you were never one to mince words. You there. You take care of my daughter, you hear me?
Oh, don't worry. I'll take care of her.
That's good. I'll feel a lot better knowing there's someone to watch her.
Where are you going to go?
It doesn't matter, dear. Don't you worry about me.
Here, take these 500 credits. That's all I have. Go to Coruscant and find a doctor. I'll meet you there after what I have to do.
But I already told you there's nothing that can...
Please take it. I want to see you again, when we can talk.
Oh, all right, I will. You do what you have to, Bastila. You go make your father and I proud.
I'll try. Farewell, Mother.
Alright. Oh, really? Before we even leave the building?
How can I help?
Do you feel better now?
Yes. That brought me a lot of peace. More than I thought it would have. Thank you for urging me toward it. After all my training, I would have thought it would have been easier. Apparently, I still have much to learn.
Okay, that was not as long of a dialogue as I thought. I thought she would have at least the second part. I had to jump up and turn on my fan real quick. So hopefully that's not going to be too obnoxious. What you doing back here? Really? We haven't moved more than like 20
How
feet.
can I help?
Are you curious about something?
Am I so transparent? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, considering our bond. Yes, there is something I would like to ask, if you're permitted.
Do I have a choice?
Don't even start with that. You're the one who asked. I wasn't even going to say anything. But now that you've brought it up, I see I shouldn't have waited as long as I have. In our time together, I've been watching you. You are a true servant of the light. You follow the tenets of the Jedi Order despite the lure of the dark side. And with so little training, for me it has always been a constant battle. Don't you find it difficult at all? You make it seem so easy. Or is that only an illusion?
It's kind of a struggle. I wish I could be more of a jerk.
That's a relief to hear. I have never found the Jedi path an easy one to walk. And it's good to know I'm not alone. I've always struggled for control over my passions. I've always been too quick to anger, too quick to get involved. My instructors constantly berated me for it. I've often dreamed that I might be able to confront Darth Malak myself. I dream I can use all this power I have to kill him and stop all the death and destruction. I just think about all the evil that the Sith have caused and I get so furious. Yet we are told that these feelings are the path to the dark side.
You just have to trust the wisdom of the Jedi Code.
Yes, of course, you're right. I have to remember my training. The Masters know well the corrupting influence of the dark side. Although it is hard for me to imagine. The very thought that I could become as evil as Malak, I just can't fathom it. It just doesn't seem possible. I mean, how could I... No. Wait, I'm sorry. I shouldn't even be asking you this. The Jedi teachings are clear. Who am I to question them? And even worse, who am I to try and make you question them?
What?
These are dangerous thoughts. The indulgence of a vain mind. Please, forget I ever mentioned this. Let's just return to our mission.
Well, so... important to note there, Bastila, is, all humans have a great capacity for evil. We're gonna walk back to our ship and see if maybe we don't get more bickering between Bastila and Jolie. I guess if it's gonna happen when we get on the ship. Where's Jolie? Damn it, Jolie, where'd you go? Here it comes. Yeah, I completely forgot about that up until I started playing this game again. Nope, okay. Well, we need to trigger Canderous to have a little bit more.
Yeah, what do you want?
Tell me about the Mandalorian Wars.
The war we had with the Republic was supposed to be the most glorious battle in our history. But it was a very costly one. I guess we didn't think of how much we could lose in it.
How much did you lose?
There weren't many of us after that last battle. Mandalore himself was killed at the hands of the Jedi Revan. The best of us could not defeat him. After that last battle, those of us that survived were stripped of our weapons, our armor, and our basilisks. Revan's forces destroyed them while we were forced to watch. Those who hadn't fled earlier were left with nothing to call their own. No weapons, no armor, only the honor of having fought in the battle we just lost. For many, this was not enough. While the rest of us were sent into exile on the Outer Rim, they tried to relive the old days, raiding worlds. They're nothing more than bandits now.
And then you came to Terrace.
Yeah, I came to Taris. And forcing for Davik was not
stimulating. The gangs on Terrace and Davik's rivals were trash. They give no thrill in battle, no honor or glory in defeating them. It was like stepping on bugs. I sought worthy challenges, but the best that Terrace could offer were nothing to me. But I think now, with you, I may finally find opponents worth fighting.
Yeah, I'm honored, I suppose?
Maybe later I'll tell you more about what it was like to work for Davik. For now, though, we should get on with our lives. Is there something else you want to know?
Yeah, nothing more for now.
Your choice.
So I think... that's more or less all Cantorus has to say until I get his quest.
Ready to serve, Master.
Let's try restoring some more of your memory.
If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, request. Statement. Now close the
Failure.
supplication. As
let's take a look 1 second and see. I need 14 total. I needed 30. I needed 11 for that one. For the last one. Yep, I need 1 more point in repair. So next level up, I'll be able to do that.
Got something on.
Why'd you leave the Jedi?
Who said I left the Jedi?
You did. You said you weren't a Jedi any longer.
Well, technically I was only a Padawan. Not that that makes a difference to most, but as for the Order itself, no, I never left it. It left me.
That's what Ronald Reagan said about the Democratic Party. What do you mean it left you?
You know what I hate? Well, lots of things really, but I'm old and easily annoyed, but that's besides the point. What I really hate are how most people view the Jedi. Everyone thinks that the Jedi are perfect, that they can do no wrong. They think the Jedi Council is completely incapable of injustice.
You disagree.
Damn right I disagree. The Jedi are just as capable of injustice as anyone else. They may try harder, sure, but sometimes they get it wrong. And I'm not even talking about how some of us fall to the dark side. No, that's plenty indication of our fallibility, but it's something else entirely. No, I'm talking about how more than often not, your average robe-wearing Jedi can try to do the right thing and still be completely wrong.
Yeah, I still don't get it. What do you mean?
I suppose I'm not being very clear, am I? Come to think of it, I don't have to be clear. Someone my age is entitled to ramble, damn it. But for your sake, I'll tell you a little tale about a Jedi master I once knew. Hortath, I think. Or was it Hortoth? I can never get it straight.
Alright, I'll listen.
Where was I then? Oh,
you tell good
yes,
stories, old
Master
man.
Hortath. He was a kindly old Jedi who meant well, but the most nearsighted thing in the Corps, I swear. He would walk into walls, knock over tables, mistake apprentices for rancor beasts, that sort of thing. And he was too proud to submit to proper treatment. Some used to counsel him and urge to use the Force, Master Hortath. Allow the Force to see for you. But he refused to believe that his eyes were failing. He simply squinted more and more as the years went on. The other Jedi resignedly passing it off as the amusing quirk of a compassionate old man.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I'm not finished yet. Now, shush. So, one day a young Padawan meets Master Hortath in the courtyard and, not knowing of his blindness, asks him for directions to the council. Quite sure of himself, Hortath gave the lad directions, which happened to lead back outside and away from the Enclave. The Padawan is confused, naturally, and He asks if Master Hordath is sure, and of course Master Hordath says that he is. The Padawan suggests that perhaps he should ask someone else, but the proud Hordath now feels insulted. He tells the Padawan to take the route he prescribed and no other. Rather dejectedly, the Padawan did as he was told, and so ended up leaving the Jedi Order forever. It was decided that the boy's fate was to leave the Order anyway, though whether that was out of respect for Hordath or because the boy went on to something else, we'll never know.
Okay. So, what does this have to do with you?
Not much. I never knew the Padawan nor met Master Hordath himself. He was before my time.
Yeah.
The tale is about blindness, and I thought the point was clear. At any rate, you think about it. You're the one who asked why the Jedi left me, remember? Now let's get going. My feet are itching for a good run.
Still got all these damn Gizka all over the frickin' place. It's interesting, the game doesn't ever do anything with this over here. You think they would have put Juhani in there. Like, you think they would have put your companions in different places or something. Okay, let's see. What else do we gotta do? We gotta take Canderous with us somewhere. Let's go back to Kashyyyk now. Yeah, I guess sorry for anyone that was looking forward to me going to, like, Manon or anything right away. We're an hour into this, and we're still not there. But I wanted to clear off a lot of these side quests. So now let's take Canderous and HK-47 with us. And then for Canderous... despite the unfortunate fate of Darth Bandon, this light armor remains a desirable asset for any warrior. The silvery polish reflects a pride in craftsmanship rarely seen today. It's light side armor too. So Canderous, let's get you in some Mandalorian battle armor. Put you in the Verpine cardio regulator. Go with the Verpine headband. Boom, look at that. It's kind of a nice set of armor. I actually kind of prefer that to the Kalanord armor. Mine almost looks dopey by comparison.
What?
And then let's also level you up. We'll have quite a bit of leveling to do on you. But again, all you get is 1 point, so all I can really do is treat injury with you. Let's go ahead and let you do high level implants. And then, yeah, kind of the reason to stick with that stuff is, stick with, heal self, was it? Treat injury, is that it'll at least let him heal himself a little bit better. In case I ever need to use health packs again. Let's give him a couple different... couple different options when it comes to
Yes?
shooting. Okay. Now we begin running back in order to get to the get back to that elevator, so we can go down, kill attack, and then come back up. And I don't think I can teleport from any place along the way. But we'll also we're still looking for Candaris's little mission. And we'll also see if I can't get HK-47 and... Where the F is Candaris? Coming? Jesus. See if we can't get HK-47 and Candaris to actually, like, babble. Whatever. Whatever it's called. To converse in some way. To banter. That's the word I'm looking for. I mean, kind of the big thing here is I like having my little squad of HK-47 and Jolie. That gives me another Jedi. As well as... I mean, he's a melee and healer and... and he's pretty damn amusing in conversation as well. But Candaris is pretty funny too, and HK-47. Like I've said in the past, HK-47 is awesome because he lets you kind of be a little bit evil without actually being evil. Without actually gaining dark side points or anything. Whew. I do hope that there's been talk about it forever about remaking this game, which I just don't think is going to happen at this point. But if they do, I hope they add in like a fast travel so I can travel between these points that have already been discovered. Okay, tack. Let's try to get close to one of these tacks. Damn it! Damn it! Stop moving every time I click on you. Can I just kill them?
Huh?
One second. Oh, even light-sided ones. Damn, well, I didn't agree to work with him. Oh, maybe I can't do this. Let me... Sorry, I'm gonna have to... I'm kind of minimized right now. I'm looking up, if it's possible to get these still. Um, this thing is saying if you check the crates from where you chased him off, there should be some in one of these. But I already looted these. Dang. I really hate it when this game cans storylines without the player knowing better. Where the circuit guys were all standing around next to their sonic emitters. The container requires a fairly high security skills. Well, since I looted all those... Let me check one more thing. I think you can also kill Tech when you're chasing the Gino Harden. Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, I don't think I can do it right now, but I might be able to come back. So let's load up back here. No, let's... Should probably look at which one's the oldest of these ones. So coming here was pointless, because we can't get those tack glands yet. But there are 2 ways to get it. Yeah, so... Sorry, I need to have OBS visible so I can make sure I'm capturing my audio and everything. But oh well. Like I said, there's gonna be one more reason to come back here later that I completely forgot about. So when we do that, we'll see if we can't get. We'll see if we can't get the tack gland as well. Maybe we'll bring Mission with us and see if that helps. Maybe she'll go, oh, there's tack, and attack it. Okay. I also did not trigger Candaris's thing there.
Yeah, what are you... You're...
Might be because I've already completed the planet, it's not possible. Or it might be I'm wrong and he still has more to say.
How can I help?
Let's talk again. What about giving in to your emotions?
Yes, I did end that quite abruptly, didn't I? Perhaps a master could have addressed my questions with the proper wisdom. But I never should have brought it up here. Not with you. Part of my purpose on this mission was to guide you in the way of the light. To help you avoid the temptations of the dark side. But I fear I've failed in that task. I don't think I'm the proper Jedi to guide you. I'm no master. You should have remained with the Council.
I disagree.
Perhaps you're not being truly objective then. There's no need to spare my feelings on this point. The fact of the matter is, I have never possessed much skill at controlling myself. With the bond that joins us, it seems I have even less. You have maintained the path of the light side, but it has been in spite of my influence, not because of it. It's increasingly obvious I am unable to guide you properly.
Well, maybe I can guide you. You're doing your best.
It's kind of you to say, but I think the evidence speaks for itself. I think I may have made a very big mistake. I simply hope that you are not the one who pays the price, ultimately, for the fact that I can't help you enough.
Yeah, maybe we could help each other.
It's a kinder response than I deserve, and I can see there is wisdom in your words. You continue to be there for me, don't you? Even after I keep pushing you away, you're still around when I need you most. You're like no man I've known before. But you're nothing like what I expected you to be after the council sent us on this mission together.
There we go. We're made for each other, Bastila. You have to see that.
I need time to think about all this. They're not going as I thought they would. We should continue on with our mission for now.
It's okay, Boo.
What do you need?
Do you want to talk?
Talk about what? The only thing I want to do right now is find Dustil. If he's alive, there's just nothing else I want to think about. I'll understand if we can't look for him right now, but if we could, it would be a huge load off my mind.
Well, that's rather... curt. Alright. Well, we've been putting off going to Yavin for a while now. So let's go to Yavin. I think maybe we'll wait till... We'll see how long I feel like playing, but we might end up not going to Manon until tomorrow. We'll see. I got a little bit earlier of a start today than I did yesterday, so maybe I'll be more apt to play longer. I will need to take a break here. Oh, I think it's trying to load another cutscene. It's trying to load the taking off from Kashyyyk cutscene. Station. Okay.
How can I help? Can I suggest?
We'll get back to you. Let's actually go out onto the space station. We'll talk to people when we get back. We're kind of winding down with all their conversations. I think that's a good setup. Okay, so now we're on a space station. It's always kind of intrigued me a bit about why they did this. Made this super long corridor with a bunch of doors in it, instead of just starting you, like, right there. Who is it? I recognize your ship. Davix, isn't it? Who are you? You new or something? Yes, I am. I'm new, very new. You don't sound like a Trandoshan. You're not one of Davix. Who are you? What do you want? Trandoshans are the big lizard people. You only see them in Empire Strikes Back when there's all the bounty hunters. I'm trying to save the galaxy from the Sith. Sith haven't been here in 50 years. Not since the last war. Don't see why they start making a habit of it now. That's the Exar Kun Wars. All my business with the Sith is old news. Politics isn't my affair. So long as you don't get all worked up, I can let you in. Be nice to have someone to talk to for a change. Trandoshans and smugglers aren't exactly stunning conversationalists. Trandoshans and smugglers? What's you talking about? They come here every once in a while, it's how I stay in the loop, but Trandoshan lizard speak is kind of hard to follow, they have pretty limited imaginations. Smugglers aren't much better. It's getting awkward through the door. If you hold on a minute, I'll open this damn thing up and we can talk more or less face to face. Just have to fiddle the damn door lock, thing keeps jamming. Ichuta. Pretty sure Garrido says Ichuta in A New Hope. Cool. So we'll talk in a minute, but first, you got any good stuff here? You got anything for me to loot? Oh, what the heck? Damn Gizka. Did we accidentally spread the Gizka to him? They're like a virus. Access denied. Let's go look at here. Look at that. Might be better if, you know, you could actually see from up there. It's a cool view though. So apparently there's nothing to do in here but talk to him. You don't look like I thought you would. Too human. Don't see many of your kind out here anymore, not since the war, which was 50 years ago again. So this guy's been here alone for 50 years? I seek the pieces of a map to a star forge. Never heard of it. There's nothing in the system except the ruins of Exar Kun's war. Tell me more about Exar Kun. Who's that? Don't tell me you youngsters don't know anything about the war with Exar Kun and that war. I mean, very little. Been a lot of troubles recently, I've heard. Enlighten me. Exar Kun was a Jedi, to start at least. He came here to Yavin and landed on the 4th moon. The one you can see through the window. There were some ancient Sith temples there, and in them, Exar Kun gained terrible superpowers. He raised the Sith and waged a war against the Republic, much like what seems to be happening today. But Exar Kun was far more powerful than any Sith Lord who has come since. The very ground trembled beneath his feet, and when he looked at him, when he looked at you, you just... That's all in the past now. I've got my life staying here and tinkering with the stuff I found in the ruins and the things that Trandoshans and smugglers bring me. Who are Trandoshans? Mercenaries and banner hunters, scum. They look like big two-legged lizards. Sort of like Rhodians. Nothing like Rhodians. Trandoshans are ugly, disgusting creatures. But you'd never want to say that to their faces, rip your head off, probably. Okay, why do they come here? They found me here a couple years after the war ended. Usually they don't bargain with people they find alone in abandoned space stations, but we worked out a deal. I'd give them a few of my more applicable inventions at reasonable prices, and they'd keep me supplied with food and new materials. Worked out well so far. For years with Davik gone, they'll be getting ideas. Anything else you want to know? Tell me more about yourself. I'm nobody doing nothing. I've been here for 50 years, even before the space station was built. Space station. Okay. He's an inventor. Why did you come here? This used to be a supply depot. But once they destroyed the surface, they didn't need it anymore. Nobody comes here. Who are the smugglers? Rhodians, Oculus, Twi'leks, whatever. Exchange. Okay. So they want... The smugglers basically want his inventions. Same stuff. Tell me about this. Yavin with a bunch of moons. Yavin 4 is the one from A New Hope. What was on Yavin 4? Yep, pretty much everything. So he scavenges from... So I'm getting tired of reading all this out loud. But the short is that he scavenges from the planet. And builds. So he's also got these he's also got unique armor and stuff like that. These are both light armor. Neither one is particularly great. This one actually... It's 7, 4, and then Stealth 4. But you can actually upgrade it as well. This one gives you Dexterity and Strength as well, and it's upgradable. So they're both pretty cool. But they're also expensive. They're 6,000 and 10,000. Respectively. Okay, and then the last thing that he will do... you don't happen to play Pazak, do you? And he doesn't play for small amounts. So his maximum wager is 7,500 to start off with. And that'll be fine as long as we win. And I got a full set of plus or minus cards. I can do a -3 and tie. Let's block a win for him. Actually, oh, I can only play one card per round. Here I was thinking I might be able to use 2 cards there. Yeah, I want to drain this guy of as much money as possible, because we're going to end up spending a lot of money on him. So, damn it. Damn it. So, those of you that are watching, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. For right now, we're just going to be playing some Pazak. Damn it. That figures. Really? Well, he stopped at 16. So, We'll win there. I still have a card. Just one though. Okay, go bust, buddy. Go bust. Go bust. Okay, so now I'm trying to remember actually. Does he win? I'm gonna have to take a second here. I'm trying to remember if successive wins, do they, does he let me buy more and more, or wager more and more? If you beat him 10 times, he gives you a discount. Well, we're gonna have to try to do that, guys. That put us over 20,000 credits. But we can do this 10 times. So that's 7,500 credits. And that's why we're going to be kind of cheesing this a little bit by quick saving after each round. If I had a 2, it only gave me 1s and 3s, huh? Hey. And then, block him. Because, yeah, then I'll get a 20% discount as well as having all that money. I hate doing that, dealing into a 19 like that, but I guess it worked. Sort of. It kept him from getting a point. That's how I'm choosing to look at that. Dang it. One of us is gonna have to deal into a win. Dang it. Hey! Just keep going at this for a while. Of course. So I actually, damn, 17. You son of a bitch. That is why we quick saved. Oh my gosh! What is this? There are Trandoshans here that don't want to say anything.
The color of her mesh, unnatural to style.
We know you have more. You don't want to. Why are you trying to rewrite our agreements? Exchange is a no position to dictate orders anymore. Who goes there? You haven't been telling us everything. What are you talking about? I don't have to clear everything from you. What's going on here? They're trying to extort me, that's what. They think that just because the exchange is gone, they can take whatever they want. We're renegotiating our contract. I think you guys better leave. You'll force us? Or I will ask you again, very politely. You seek to mock us? Don't fight, human, you'll destroy everything. We'll be back for you, human. They'll be back in force. Well, it's interesting that just like reloading in some of these areas. Just reloading into areas causes problems like that, causes weird little reloads. I wonder if that's a result of kind of a bad PC port, because this game was originally created for Xbox, I believe. Like the original Xbox. 10. Hey, I drew into a win. I always like that. It's always fun doing that. Hey, he didn't... That's weird. He didn't have a -4 card? Dang it, seriously? Standing on a 16 worked out well for me last time. Yep. Not so lucky. But yeah, I used to read all of the Star Wars novels. I most definitely did not get through all of them. But I got through the entire New Jedi Order, which is like 16 books or something. I got through the Bounty Hunter trilogy, which is quite an accomplishment considering how bad those books were. Still think I can beat you a couple more times. I think I finished Darksaber. I read I read I, Jedi and the Jedi Academy trilogy and the Hand of Thrawn books. The Thrawn trilogy and the Hand of Thrawn duology, I should say. And the Outbound Flight project, and basically I read all the Timothy Zahn books as of like 15 years or whatever at this point. Let's go back into Pasak. But yeah, I haven't read any Star Wars books in a while. I do actually have a pile of them that I should probably go through. I have like the X-Wing books that I've never... I read one of them, I believe, and I haven't read any of the others. 20. Pasak here is a... Okay, well at least it was a tie. Pasak is a creation for this game. I'm trying to remember if they mention it in any of the books, but I don't think... I can pretty much guarantee they don't mention any rules for it. There's a couple different card games that are mentioned in the books, I believe. I'm gonna hold on to my card, save it for a win. Yeah, I need to do kind of more reading in general. Yeah, I win again. I'm trying to read through. I shouldn't probably put it that way. I'm reading through the Witcher book series. I'm on book 2. I mean, it's kind of weird because there's 2 collections of short stories that take place really before any of the books, and then the novels start. So I've read the collections of short stories, both of them, and then I read the first book, and I'm about halfway through the second book. But I haven't been doing a very good job of actually making sure I take the time to read. Go to 20 right off the bat there. I'm actually really enjoying them too. I just get distracted by other stuff. I actually like digging into politics quite a bit, but I'm going to keep this channel clear of that. I'm in general not particularly interested in expressing a lot of my views publicly. I made a decision a while ago that whenever kind of, I guess, society has determined, that there's really only one correct answer on how to feel about a given subject, then I'd rather not comment on it at all. 20. And that's as deep as I'm willing to go into politics. Damn it. Should have stayed. Let's see if it brings the Trandoshans back. Where is he? Oh, there he is. They did, fairly recently, they did announce that J.J. Abrams is going to be coming back for episode 9 of the Star Wars sequel trilogy. I don't know what we should call them right now. I'm not staying at 17. I'm not particularly, you son of a bitch. I'm not particularly excited about that. Force Unleashed was an okay movie. It was by no stretch of the imagination a bad movie. It just wasn't, it wasn't imaginative enough. It was too much just a retelling of New Hope, with a character they added in that's just good at everything. You jerk face. I know the use of the term Mary Sue is very controversial, so I'm not really going to use it. But I will say it does frustrate me a bit that there's a character that everybody likes, that has no real downside, no real moment of weakness or anything like that. There's the singular part where she freaks out a little bit. Hey, take that again. And that's kind of what the reason I'm bringing this all up and mentioning that is it's kind of what J.J. Abrams does. He's not a very... He is a good director, but he's not an original director. He doesn't come up with, like, original stories. He very much adapts what other people have already done before. As was the case with, name it, Star Trek Into Darkness. What's that other movie he did? Super 8. It was an original-ish story. Jerk. It was original-ish, but it was so much... Jeez, I'm dealing these high cards right off the bat. Damn it, seriously. Yeah, Super 8 was original, kind of original, but it was also just so much a spin, we'll call it, on Steven Spielberg, that it's hard to call it anything truly original. And it was basically a failed version of what Stranger Things ended up being. It was a complete play on, like, that 80s nostalgia. Where are we at? So yeah, I don't know if when episode 7 comes out, we'll kind of see. Truth of the matter is, I'm a little bit tired of the whole Disney formula. Let's call it the Disney formula. All the Marvel movies and all of the Star Wars movies feel a lot alike. Seriously. And it's just not doing it for me very well anymore. There hasn't been... Geez, seriously? The last Marvel movie, let's go there. The last Marvel movie that I really enjoyed was, I think, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Or not Guardians of the Galaxy 2, what am I saying? The first Guardians of the Galaxy. Because, yeah, that came out the same year as Captain America the Winter Soldier. And I loved both of those movies. They're both great movies. But they were both kind of different. They were both very different from what everything else that Marvel was doing. Because Winter Soldier is very much almost like a spy thriller. and Guardians of the Galaxy was a space opera. But then every other movie that's come out since then has been very blasé, I guess is the word I'll use. Yeah, I won one. They all have the exact same feeling to them. None of them do anything particularly unusual or unexpected. They pretty much go exactly where we expect them to go and hit all the points we expect them to hit at this point. And they're not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. They just aren't what I want them to be. And I keep losing. I was doing so well. So we'll see. I've been looking forward to 2 Marvel movies since they were announced. And those are Black Panther and Miss Marvel. But they've since changed Miss Marvel so that it's now Captain Marvel, which isn't that big of a deal. Although I don't get what was wrong with calling her Miss Marvel. I think that's just some people were upset. And so they've changed her names in the comics because why does she have to be Miss Marvel? And it's like, well, because there's already a character named Captain Marvel. So yeah, I just don't think it's also taken too long. Like I said, it's been full 3 years since Marvel's put anything out that I really truly enjoyed. I win again. And so yeah, that's killed a lot of my enthusiasm for Black Panther and for Captain Marvel. I think it was originally supposed to be called Miss Marvel. That's not really something that's that big of a deal to me. That's just something worth mentioning. That her character has always been known as Miss Marvel to me, ever since I really kind of learned about her in the 90s. Basically learned about her vicariously through the X-Men, because Rogue stole her powers. And that's how in the 90s cartoon, Rogue could fly and punch people really hard and all that stuff. So I was looking forward to it, but then they pushed it back to make more room for Spider-Man, and then the Inhumans, and then they canceled the Inhumans and made it into a TV show, and then the TV show was canceled. And here we are now. Oh, you son of a bitch, damn it. Drew into a 20. Damn it! Shame you can't accuse this guy of cheating. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get to Manon today. I was hoping I could breeze through this a lot quicker. So we'll come back and do Manon tomorrow. Should be tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Damn it. This is not going so well. Nothing but ties this time. Ah, I was hoping I would break it. Well, he doesn't have any more cards. Which gives me a little bit more leeway, I think. I think I do gain the advantage when he doesn't have any more cards to play. Damn it. Ah! Because then I can just try to make him go bust. Dang it, seriously. No, you son of a bastard. I really don't like cheesing games like this anyways. But too much money is on the line for me to not cheese the save system a bit here. Hey. Of course. This isn't working out for me. How all the time? Oh my gosh! Knock it off, buddy. Damn it. Guess that could have been worse. But yeah, like I said, if you guys have questions there in chat, feel free to ask them. I'm running out of things to just talk about on my own. Okay. One more point. There's 20. See you draw into a 20. Try to get through all these. Pazak, I'm up to 24,000. That's good. I like that. That's a good start. I like starting off with a win. 15. Yay, another win. Don't want to put a card for +1 down unless I'm sure it's going to be a win. Damn it. Damn it. Ah, come on, game. Damn it, you're kidding me. It was mine, you son of a bitch. Yeah, I'm actually, so I'm if you've tuned in before, you probably know I'm a game designer by trade. I'm actually out of work right now. Just graduated and trying to kind of get my career off the ground. I should probably, at some point I'm gonna have to stop saying just graduated though. It's been, whew, 5 months. Which is one of those things that, like, if I don't, I have a -5. If I don't find a job in my fields, actually, oop. If I don't find a job in my field soon, I can always find a job not in my direct field, doing something else in tech or whatever, and then making games on the side. Go indie, as it were. And I've already started on my first project there, which is not going to be anything that I would be able to charge for. Or, well, I guess I could charge for it, but it's going to be a very, very, very small walking simulator. But basically an experimentation in visual storytelling and player guidance. But it's not the kind of thing that's like, you know, if you played Dear Esther or anything like that stuff, you know, they made a big area that takes forever to walk across and all that kind of stuff. I don't want it to be that. And I also, like I said, it's not something I would charge for. We'll take the loss on that one. Damn it. Took a chance and fail. Damn it! I hate you. You're not helping, you're being mean. Stop beating me all the time. And it's one of those things right now, I can't really walk away. Ooh. Because if I gotta get as much credits out of him as possible and get the 20% discount. Damn it, I freaking knew that was gonna happen. God. I hate losing when I use a card. Cool. I guess it gave me a win without using a card to make up. Damn it! God damn it, seriously? You are a cheater. Cheater, I calls you. There's a Giska hopping around over here. I think maybe I infected him. Come on. Give me your monies. Just want to get through this so I can move on next time. See, cheater. I call you cheater. Cheater. I wonder if it's actually possible for the computer to cheat here. If it is something untoward going on here. Well, he didn't need to use a card there. Or does it actually, like at the beginning, actually pick out random cards for him? Okay, one more win. I don't have any cards to play, but neither does he. I hate those 15s and 16s. Oh, what an awkward position for it to put me in. Damn it! Rodian, if you were a real person, I would punch you in the face. I'm trying to cheat here. Your cheating is getting in the way of my cheating. Oh, I don't want to use cards and not end up at 20. Damn it, I was hoping to make him at least draw, at least play a card. But now he's gonna block all of mine. See, he's gonna just keep blocking all of mine. Hi there, Savage Valor. Yeah, This... Oh, why did I do that? Damn it, I got distracted. Uh, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, this used to be my favorite game of all time. Although I guess it wasn't for long because Mass Effect took that over in 2007. You are a jerk. But yeah, thanks for subscribing or following or whatever they call it on Twitch. Thanks for subscribing or following or whatever they call it on Twitch. Okay, well, is it the game audio or my mic audio is cutting out for you? Because I can't really turn up my volume loud enough to hear my game audio. Is it the game audio or my mic audio is cutting out? Yep, okay, sorry. Just wanted to listen to my stream there for a second. It does seem to be on your end. This is really bugging me because I want to get through this so that next time when I come back and stream again, I can just skip directly, or just go directly to my third planet, which is Manon. Aha! I hate you. I'm really hating this guy. I'm trying to cheat this so I can get as much money as possible and move on. But he's not making it easy. Oh yeah, I forgot Manon has another swoop track. But we still have Manon and Korriban left. And I still have a couple people's side quests to do. I'm still trying to get Candace's. I've unlocked everybody else's except Candace's. Yep. Go for it. Hey, I drew into a win. Dang it. Well, neither of us has any cards, so he's got to win 2. I've only got to win 1. Finally. I think that was only 5 out of 10 wins, though. So we still got a ways to go with this. We really haven't been messing too much with the Pazak in this game. Working good for you now? Keeps blocking my wins. Made him play a card to lose. Oh, I hate to stop there. Yep, that's why I hate to stop there. Damn it. I don't want to lose another one. Damn it! And he still has a card left too, and he only needs 1 more win. I hate those 16s and 15s and 14s. I hate landing on them. I absolutely hate that. They updated... what is it? It's Quasar, I believe, in Mass Effect. Yeah, I did too, actually. I actually didn't have an original Xbox, though. But I had the game, because one of my roommates in college had one. And so I bought this and then the sequel, and I played through them both, and then like immediately afterwards they took their Xbox away. And I don't think I've ever picked up an original Xbox. I think I only ever had an Xbox 360, on which this was backwards compatible, but it was also out on PC by that point. Yay! Some 2 wins up. Gotta be 18, huh? Now we're just basically at whoever draws higher. Yay! Yeah, like I said, I'm cheesing this a bit. Too much money on the line. And this guy's where I really needed to save up so much money for. And at 19, let's watch him draw into a 20. Well, he didn't draw into it, at least. It's basically just kind of luck at this point. I mean, that's kind of what this game is to begin with. I feel relatively certain the game's cheating here, though, by what it gives him in his hands. It might not be cheating by playing the cards. But he gets too many, like, he gets the ability to play cards into way too many 20s. Damn it. I can't just let him win that. You're not my friend. Okay, well... We're almost at a... I feel almost... I almost called it a stalemate, but that's not really what we're at. I'm just not making any more progress. I've won like 1 out of the last 10 games. He's just constantly getting those 20s. Yep. Not really feeling like I can do a whole lot at this point. See? He had 4 cards, and every single one of them he used to make a 20. That's like... I should sit down and figure out the probabilities of that. He's not drawing into them. He's not... Or, yeah, I mean, he's... not drawing into this stuff. But I think it might actually be cheating for him with his cards down here. Oops. A few free games. Okay, so that was all. That's why it jumped into his store, is because we now get a 20% discount. And he has special weapons and stuff. Barrigwin. Advanced Stabilizer Gauntlets. Composite Heavy Plating. 13 defense bonus. That's actually not that expensive. And then these are all unlimited. Don't want to use all of my money right there. Medium armor, 100 versus cold. Look at that. I'm gonna buy that even though that's like all of my credits. I actually forgot what all he had on him. And then I got you the composite heavy plating. a flamethrower with infinite uses, and a energy shield with unlimited uses.
Yes?
So that's my new armor there. Welcome back. Okay, well, we got through playing him for for all his money. He's not gonna play us for money anymore. But we also didn't have enough money to buy everything that we wanted after getting through that. Candace, do you have more to talk about?
Your choice.
No? Well, let's take immunity to poison and mind affecting. So that'll give me immunity to basically to cold, to fire, to sonic, to poison, and to mind affecting. It doesn't have as high of a defense bonus or max dexterity bonus, but I like the fact that it's pretty solid on everything else. Bastila. I never fully equipped her. Let's give him Kalinord's armor. Actually, whoop. I just skipped over. I'm mostly just doing, well, right now I'm kind of taking everybody out because I'm trying to get their side quests. But for what I actually main, it's probably HK47 and Jolie here. Which actually I should see. Okay. Let's go through and talk to everybody. We haven't talked to everybody in a while.
Maybe if we get these tat glands for him.
Yeah, okay. So that's gonna go nowhere until we get those tat glands, which I actually don't know if we can get those tat glands anymore. Because I chased everybody off Kashyyyk without approving of doing that quest. You got nothing more to say?
Statement.
I can't do him yet. We can give him some cardio. What about T3? Oh, I've got this stupid bug again. Oh, I don't even have him equipped with anything at all. I don't think there's much use in taking him along with me ever again. Damn. We came into this problem before where it's given me a lot of grief trying to unequip things. Okay. Well, I don't know what happened there, but I do have a computer probe and an advanced computer, so he's got pretty high computer use skill now. Yeah, I'm kind of just playing it by ear,
Got something on your
making
mind.
things up as I go along. So let's talk to Jolie here about the Sith. I kind of am just taking. I'm not playing on the highest difficulty. I'm playing just on normal, and so I'm not struggling too much. If you invest points into the dual weapons skill, then it kind of gets rid of a lot of that missing that you do.
Bad men. Women too, to be fair.
So we're talking about the Sith, and yeah, I'm really just picking who I want based on the fact that I like Jolie and HK-47. Their conversation amuses me the most. So you know more than that.
Indeed. They make a fine sandwich also. But don't tell the Jedi Council I said that.
Okay. You're being elusive on purpose.
And just what gave you the impression that I know anything more about the Sith than you do?
Well, you said you fought them.
Oh, that's right. Damn the years of the young. I was expecting you to be your usual inattentive self when I mentioned that. So it's true, yes. I fought plenty of Sith. That was during the time of Exar Kun. Oh, 40 years ago now. Has it been that long?
So are these the same Sith we're fighting now?
No, of course not. The Sith have come and gone for ages. They were not called the Sith many thousands of years ago, perhaps. But the dark side was always present, without a doubt. Oh, sure, occasionally the light side comes close to vanquishing the dark. But the dark always returns. The fact that Exar Kun was defeated didn't mean the Sith would never return, as they obviously have now. Everyone knows that.
Well, who's Exar Kun?
Exar was a Jedi who was corrupted by ghosts of the old Sith, or so they say. He attempted to conquer the Republic and create a new golden age of the Sith.
So he was killed then?
Better to say he was defeated, but essentially, yes. The victory did not come easily, however.
Okay, what happened during the war?
That is not a pleasant time to remember. After Exar Kun fell to the dark side, he attempted to recruit other Jedi to his cause. What surprised us, what took us completely unprepared, was how utterly successful he was. Many Jedi joined him and became Sith themselves. Why they did, I will never truly know, but they did. Battle broke out throughout the Order, pupil against master. We fought ourselves.
Whew. That must have been hard?
Yes, more than difficult. Next to impossible. How do you fight against someone you love? I dislike such memories. It leaves a taste in the mouth that... it is a sadness I thought I'd put aside long ago. Ask me about the war some other time, just not now. I would prefer to be by myself for now.
Flawless widescreen. I actually did not know that. I'll have to check it out before next time I do my stream and see if it, see how well it works with this game. I tried a couple different things with this. And never really was able to get it working in anything other than this full screen format.
My Cathar blood seethes at the thought of that man still running free. I cannot stand still while I think about it, but But I will not give in to the dark side either. He will pay for his crimes, though. He will most likely be following us. Me. If we could find him first, then he may not be able to set in motion whatever he has in store for us.
That's a thought.
How can I help?
Right. Last time we talked, you said you needed time to think.
You've been patient with me, haven't you? I suppose you deserve an answer. But you have to understand how difficult this is for me to say.
Sure.
With all my training, I should be able to control myself better than this. But you're not like anything I expected. You're not like any man I've ever met before. I find myself watching you when I don't mean to. I'm thinking about you when I don't want to. It isn't supposed to be like this.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'll have to look that up. It adds a 1920 by 1080 in your in-game settings. I'd be interested to see how that works, because this game, at any resolution, it doesn't have anything but the 4:3 displays, so I don't know how anything would mess with that, really. I tried going into the INI files and changing it in there, but that didn't work. Alright, so what are you trying to say, Bastila?
Every time I try to call on all my teachings to calm myself, they fail me. You have such power, such passion. I don't know if it's due to the bond between us, but I'm drawn to you.
So are you interested in me or my ability to use the Force?
The Force is a part of you, as is your power. But that's not what attracted me to you. It's more than that. Maybe it's the bond we share. It gives us a certain intimacy. If I could, I would return to Dantooine. I need to be away from this bond of ours. I need to weaken it. I need to be anywhere but near you. But Malik must be stopped. My own feelings are nothing when compared to that. Yet I know this could affect the sake of our mission if it's not resolved. I can't let that happen.
If you have something to say, then say it.
I think we should have some privacy for this. Come with me.
Oh, yeah.
You're stronger than I am, and there's no point in telling me otherwise. You will be a great Jedi, I think. I hope. In some ways you make me feel weak, like I'm caught up in the wake of our destiny. But at the same time, you make me feel stronger, more alive.
Hold on a minute, I want to kind of get through this little sequence. What does this mean for us?
I realize now these feelings are part of the bond we share. The Jedi Council surely realized this. They knew my loyalty to the doctrines of our order would be tested on this mission. By facing and overcoming my feelings for you, I've learned a valuable lesson about control and the dangers of emotion. This is an important step in understanding the Force. I'm sorry if this is not what you wanted to hear, but I felt that it was important you know our infatuation was nothing more than a result of our powerful bond.
Uh-huh. I think you're just scared.
You're the one who can't face the truth. Malik has to be stopped. How can I do that if I let myself be blinded by my feelings for you?
I'm gonna stop Malik, but I want you at my side when I do.
You mean it, don't you? But how can I be sure you're not making
side.
a mistake? I have to resist. I have to be strong for both of us.
You don't always have to be strong, just give in.
But I can't. Malik will...
Shut up and kiss me, you babbling fool.
Oh my. We shouldn't have done that. It was wrong. The Jedi are not allowed to fall in love.
What is... We shouldn't have done what? Just kind of faded to black there for a second. Didn't feel wrong to me.
It was a moment of weakness.
It was just the kiss?
We shouldn't have. I'm sorry. No, I know we both wanted it, but we shouldn't have given in to our desire. We're Jedi. We can't act like this. Not now. Not while we still have to deal with Malik. I'm sorry. I don't blame you, but it was a mistake. I have to get out of here before somebody sees us together.
Well, that's what you think. Okay, so that cleared Bastila from here. Finding Dustil, threat from Zor, Jnaharadan. And then basically just keep doing what we've been doing. So I'm on a desktop. So I don't have to worry about like, what is it, 1366 by 768 on my laptop. My laptop, I actually tried playing Jade Empire on my laptop and it doesn't work at all.
How can I help?
Open and close the game like 5 times to get it to work every time you try and get the full screen to work. Well, I'll mess around with it. Because on desktop you might go to C or D drive. Well, so I'm running. Everything works really kind of weird on this. I'm actually running it in windowed mode right now. Because there's a little bit of a. There's all sorts of weird things when you try to record as well. So sometimes it's not just a matter of playing the game and getting it to work perfectly fine. I was trying to stream. In the past, I've tried to record. There's an old LucasArts game called Full Throttle, and I actually on my YouTube channel have a video of that, but it only takes up like a quarter of the screen because I had no real concept of what I was doing. And I think I've tried doing Command Conquer, and I've tried doing a number of different things, and I haven't really managed to get recording working with games older than about 10 years old or so. So, like I said, thanks for turning me on to that. I'll definitely check out the flawless widescreen application. But even if I get it working, that doesn't necessarily mean I can stream from that or record. Unfortunately. It might just be I'm using OBS to record, and it might work better with Shadowplay? Whatever the name of the NVIDIA one is. So that might also be worth trying, is some different streaming softwares. Or even, I don't know if you can record using just the Twitch app. That seems like that would be too easy. I don't think they'd let me do that. Alright, so let's talk about what happened, Bastila.
We've already been over this. It was a moment of weakness, a stumble brought on by unbridled passions. But my emotions are firmly in check once more. We need to stay focused on stopping Darth Malak. And I want the others to stay focused as well. I don't want them to get suspicious and start gossiping about our little encounter. So until our mission is over, we need to act with discretion. We shouldn't speak of this anymore. Not until Malak is defeated.
But what if I want to talk about it?
How can I help?
You're not the boss of me. Oh, wait, you are.
Then I suggest...
What do
you
you
do
mean?
control what I can actually talk. Do you want to talk?
Talk about what? I'll understand.
Okay, so... let's jump back to Tatooine. Because we need to complete Juhani's thing, and we also need to complete Git. We need to even get Canderous' spot. walk around and hope we trigger these. I did see something actually about Juhani's mission potentially being glitched and preventing me from continuing in any manner. But we'll wander around and see if we can't trigger Candace's. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Come on. I would love for this to actually work. I don't think we're gonna have any luck here. Just wandering around and trying to trigger Candace's. We might have to go to Manon and just maybe go to Manon and hope it just triggers sometime along there. We haven't been back in here since these guys came back, although not everybody came back, oddly.
I heard what you did out on the dunes. I'm impressed. I'd never have thought a tenderfoot like you could bring down a dragon. Again? Well, see you.
Nothing to say. You guys, I got not to attack me. Okay, so they're saying I'm scared of them because I didn't want to fight them. Alright, I'm gonna do another run around this area, and if I don't trigger either one of these, yeah, if I don't trigger either one of these, then we'll go to Manon. We'll actually end it for the day, and then we'll go to Manon when I come back, which should be tomorrow. No, I'm not playing at the maximum resolution. I'm playing at I guess I could actually just go in and look. 1280 by 1620. And that's because I need this to be 1024 in order to actually fit anything. You can see this is my taskbar down here. Because I can't do 1200 because this isn't 1200 monitor. Although I actually do have a 1200 pixel display. But OBS, you can actually like mess around with your canvas, I guess, is what I want to call it. So if I go over here, I can actually move this around. You see there's a little bit of white on the left-hand side. And then adjust it around so it fits in there. And that's basically how I have my setup working right now. It's just running it in windowed mode and then capturing what I can of the screen. Hello guys, where are you? You guys are way back there.
What?
Overall, I'm not too concerned about it. Like I said, the biggest problem was actually just getting it working. I mean, we're talking... this game is 14 years old. It's not exactly... I mean, it looks fine. It's not, like, distracting how terrible the graphics are or anything like that. But it's not exactly... it's not actually setting the world on fire.
Yeah, what do you want? You're...
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine as long as I don't click the button to full screen it, then I don't have any problems. I mean, that's really where going into the INI files even allows you to run it in windowed mode in the first place. The game doesn't have that ability built into it at all. So yeah, we're gonna test out this one last thing and see if we can't get either Juhani or Candace's mission to trigger. Ah, there we go.
Ah, so we meet again, Candace. It has been quite a long time.
Joggy?
Do you know him, Candace?
He was a warrior under my command up to the Battle of Althir. But I thought...
You thought I was dead, didn't you? You thought all of us that you had sent on that attack had perished. You sent us to die in a foolish attack, while you directed your forces elsewhere. You broke from the battle plan and let us die for it, so that you could have the honor of being the first to kill the enemy commander.
Is this true, Candace?
I did what was prudent at the time. If I had not done it, the battle would have...
The battle would have been won anyway. I am tired of your excuses, Candace. I have spent years tracking you down since the clans were banished, and I will not rest until I've had my vengeance.
What are you gonna do?
I challenge you, Candace. I challenge you to fight the fight you fled that day above Althir, in the dune seas of Tatooine. I will be waiting for you. I have spread the news of the challenge since I learned you had landed on this world. All the surviving Mandalorian clans know of what I do here, and that we shall meet on Tatooine to settle this debt of vengeance once and for all. If you fail to meet me there, you shall be stripped of all honor and forever cast out of our society. It will be you and me alone in the dune seas of Tatooine. A final battle that can only end in death. I shall be waiting for you there, Candace.
Just like that, huh? Then you're leaving the spaceport. How do you people keep getting into the Jedi Enclave? That's what I really want to know. Because we've gotten so many of these people's quests here. Let's go back to Tatooine, where we just left. Let's see if Candace has anything to say about that. Yeah, I don't know. A remaster of this game would be interesting. but I think it actually might be more worth their time to almost remake it from the ground up. I wouldn't want them to change too much about it, but it is 14 years old. I don't think it would be all that easy to just do a remaster.
I've been given a challenge I can't ignore. We've got to go to the dune seas of Tatooine so I can find Jaggi and kill him for his insult to me.
Why Jaggi so mad?
This is between me and Jaggi. You don't have to get involved. If you're lucky, he might spill something before I spread him in a paste over the dunes.
Because yeah, I'm pretty sure this game uses, I think it's the Aurora engine, which is BioWare's own, that they haven't used since... I think actually Jade Empire might have been their last game that used it, so they'd have to... Well, like I said, like what I'm saying, Darth, is the game engine for this game is probably not really been touched since, I want to say, The Witcher, the first Witcher game, which is still 2007, so it's still 10 years ago. So even though they have remade it, even though they've ported it onto other things, in order to do a full remaster, they would have to update the graphics engine pretty heavily in this. Which I don't know. I could be wrong about that, but I can't imagine that it wouldn't just be easier to remake the game from scratch at a certain point. Because if they're gonna have to update the graphics anyways, and so all the assets and everything like that, and then upgrade the engine as well. Is a lot. Oh, that was weird. What's going on?
How can I help?
Why are you guys...
What do you need? You got it.
Why'd you like phase in and out like that and you're not in the places where you normally stand? Like I said, I could be completely wrong about that, and it might not be as much work as I think it would be. But I'm kind of prone to believing it is. That it would be more worthwhile to just use a... I believe BioWare uses the Frostbite engine for their games now. Which already has a... well, physics isn't going to matter so much, but it does have a full modern-day graphics engine. They don't have to worry about adding in all the advancements that have been made in technology. Because there's been a lot of advancements over the past 10 years, and I don't think a lot of it is immediately noticeable. But lighting has changed. Oh. Oh, I'm not saying they should change the game in any capacity, except maybe, you know, fix some of the
boys in the office may need authorization and good hunting out.
Fix some of the bugs and stuff like that, because there are still a few bugs. But the reason I'm saying remake it is basically redo all of the game logic, and then remake the maps and stuff. Like this, you could make this a lot more interesting really easily, and still make it feel like Tatooine. So there's a lot of little like flourishes and stuff they could add in. I'm still not really sure. The sandcrawlers, I mean, obviously this sandcrawler doesn't look anything like the sandcrawler from the game. I would be a little bit disappointed if they actually remade it and got rid of like the turn-based-ish combat. Like, where does I thought this guy showed up at the sandcrawler?
You will fall!
I am missing quite a bit. If you followed the Final Fantasy VII remake at all, if they did something like that, where they're basically changing the game entirely, then I would actually be super disappointed. I don't really care much about Final Fantasy VII, honestly, but I would hate for them to do that to this. So Jaggy's challenge.
Huh?
Your wish?
Let's go ahead and level her up. But yeah, sometimes you gotta... Really? Okay. I don't know. It's worth looking into. I mean, in RPG systems, as far as game logic is concerned, aren't really super complicated. It's mostly just the actual balancing that's the problem. So it depends on how much of that they're able to copy over and everything like that. That, like I said, just putting it in an entirely new engine might be worthwhile. It could be that like the levels and everything like that they already have in Maya as well. So they might be able to just kind of update those so that they have more polygons in them and they'll look nicer. I mean, there's a number of things that they could do to make the game easier.
What?
Or not easier, but more portable? Better? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, there's stuff they could do. I haven't played... There we go. Now we triggered it.
Ah, so you managed to come after all. I see you brought friends.
You brought some of your own as well.
Ha! Indeed I did. I foresaw that you might need help, so I arranged a distraction.
I came by my own will.
I do not need to hear your excuses, Jedi. I know why he brought you.
Enough of this talk, Joggy. Let's do what we came here to do.
Let's do it, Candace.
You shall all die.
I don't know that that's necessarily true. My TV was always pretty small. Kind of the Oh, I didn't even touch him. Really? I'm trying to remember. I had a CRTV. It might have been a 26-inch or something. But if I were to play this, yeah, not much bigger. And I certainly didn't sit this close to my TV screen. Things have changed a lot over the years, and I don't think we always appreciate how much things have changed. And not always for the better. I think sometimes. So there's a whole big issue. Oh, yeah, it would be. There's a whole big issue. Let's go back over to where that Crate Dragon cave is and see if we can't trigger Juhani's bit somewhere along here. And then we'll actually walk back to the ship and see if we can trigger hers. And if not, then we'll go to Manan. Yeah, the 16:9 displays that we all use now are only about 10 years old or so. I think part of the big thing is that, like I said, it's not just resolution that's the problem. It's actually, I mean, your character's pretty blocky. If they're actually going to invest time in like legitimately remastering this game, I wouldn't want them to just up-res the textures. I would want them to actually remake new character models, re-reg them, add in more wildlife, probably add in a lot of visual flourishes in general. And you'd probably have to up the game engine in order to do that. But the resolution, like I said, I think the resolution on this does go all the way up to 1600 by 1200. So it's actually not that far from 1920 by 1080. Okay. I don't know if we'll just find her guy wandering around or if he'll jump out at us like Candace's guy there. This skybox could definitely use a major overhaul. But I don't think any of this really matters because BioWare's not BioWare anymore, and they've already even talked about doing a remake of this and basically said they're not going to. So it's not completely out of the question that they'll do it at some point in the future, but they're not going to do it anytime soon, at least. It's a nice little fantasy. But unfortunately, I just don't think it's going to happen. Kind of like KOTOR 3 in general. A lot of people still holding on to hope that they're going to make a Knights of the Old Republic 3. There's a lot of people still thinking that they might actually make a Halo 3. Not Halo, Half-Life. I feel sorry for those people. It's never going to happen. Laidlaw, the guy that wrote it, that wrote the story for the first Half-Life games came out and released his story for it. So it seems pretty much dead to me. It's all the way up if you have that flawless widescreen, but you lose 300 FPS. What do you mean or do you mean lose 30? Did you accidentally type an extra 0 in there? Because losing 300 FPS doesn't make sense. Although I suppose you could probably run this game at 300 FPS. That's kind of a whole other discussion when it comes to FPS. Because I know like Total Biscuit and those guys complain every time a game locks the frame rate at 60 FPS. Oh, you're saying you do get like 400 FPS. Yeah, but you can tell, like, don't get me wrong, you can tell the difference between 30 FPS and 60 FPS. But I don't really believe that anybody can tell past 60. It's very much something I would like to like do a blind test on with people with, and put yeah, it's I like I said, I highly doubt anybody can tell the difference. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure you can. If the frame rate's not.
I think this has affected me in ways I
jumping
didn't
right
anticipate.
into it.
I think I'll need time to sort things out. Thanks for what you did. Whatever your intentions might have been. I just need time.
Yeah, as long as the frame rate's not locked, you can go as high as you want, but there's actually some pretty solid reasons why devs tend to lock it a lot of the time. And it has to do with logic updates, basically. Every frame is what we would call a logic update. And a lot of times when you code, you put things into... You have things react to certain logic updates, and if you're doing too many logic updates, it can actually screw with the player controller and a couple other things. So nothing that can't be fixed, but extra work.
Statement.
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, I doubt it does. It's a little bit of a myth, but the human eye can only see at 24 frames per second. Like I said, that's not really true, but at a certain point, it just looks smooth, and I think it's probably closer to around like 50 frames per second. But say if you lock it at 60 frames per second, then you can count on an update loop happening every point 0.01666666 seconds, I believe, is what the actual amount is. And so you kind of plan around that. What are your thoughts?
This thing with Joggy, I don't know. Give me some time and I'll be able to sort this out on my own. Is there something else?
Okay. I haven't really been using any stimulants or anything, since I'm not playing this on very high difficulties. And we can't get Juhani.
My Cathar blood seethes at the... He will...
Well, like I said, I think it's probably closer to like 50 is where the human doesn't keep noticing. But in general, I have a lot of doubts when someone like Total Biscuit tells me he can tell the difference between 240 FPS and 120. I have my doubts. I'm not saying he's a liar. I just have my doubts, and I would very much like to put the same game in front of him, running at the same settings overall, but one locked at 60 frames per second, and see if he could really tell the difference. But alright, I'm actually gonna call it quits there for the stream. We got through most of the side quests and everything. All we really have left... Oh, that's weird. This still shows up in there. Is dealing with... Say we got missions, Karths, Juhanis, this Genoharadin, and interestingly enough, the Jolie Bindos doesn't really show up here separate from all that. But yeah, if you, like I said, if, so Darth and anybody else that might be watching on Twitch, I actually archive all these live streams over on YouTube. Just look for NegPrimer over there and you'll find the full playthrough of this as well as a bunch of other playthroughs. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then go ahead and look up NegPrimer on Twitch and add me, and it should let you know whenever I'm doing this. And I'm trying to do this at like a semi-normal, semi-regular occurrence every night. So, but thanks for coming in and chilling out, Darth, and anybody else that might be watching. You guys have a good day.